Hey, it's Remy with New Country 92.3 of the Mason and Remy Show. Today, I am at the Spirit of St. Louis Airport in Chesterfield, Missouri, and we're ahead of the Spirit of St. Louis Air Show that happens this weekend. The Blue Angels will be flying this weekend in formation and all that tight stuff that they do, but today is a very special day because I was picked to ride inside one of the Blue Angels aircraft, the FA-18 Hornet that was actually produced and manufactured right here in St. Louis. So I'm unbelievably excited. Will I puke? Will I pass out? All of these things are factors. So let's go get a briefing real quick.
I'm Rob. I've been in the Navy 11 years, this month actually, so got 9 more to go. Grew up in Northern Virginia. Joined the Navy to get out of Virginia, got stationed in Virginia, so but I've done 4 combat deployments on an aircraft carrier in the Arabian Sea, Persian Gulf, and then got lucky enough to get picked up for the Blue Angels. Here, I fly to each show site with 7, which is your pilot today, not me. We fly together to the show site, and we get to do these rides for individuals such as yourselves. And then while you guys are flying, we're doing a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. So 7 just briefed the entire community basically on what we need and what to expect and all that kind of good stuff. While you guys are flying, I'm setting up the parking for the rest of the jets, labeling all the cars for the rest of the troops that are coming later on today. Make sure the hotel's good, the gym's good, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of behind-the-scenes work on my end. That way when the team gets here, it's a seamless transition. So your pilot today is Lieutenant Commander, just got promoted a couple of days ago, so you can congratulate him on that if you'd like.
Nice.
Kerry Rickoff. He'll probably just tell you to call him Kerry all day long. He does not like to be called sir, so over to you for that. But you can call him Chewy, which is his call sign. Sir, dude, Kerry, it doesn't matter. He's a very easygoing guy and super easy to get along with. He's got over 1,400 flight hours in this aircraft and over a dozen combat missions under his belt as well. So you are in spectacular hands today. He's a fantastic aviator. The aircraft is capable of 7.5 Gs, but it is your ride. It's totally up to you. At the end of your flight, the max amount of Gs that you pull will pop up down here, and that's the number you want to remember for your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever it is. You know, the bragging rights number is going to pop up right here. You will have the opportunity to pull 7.5 Gs today, but again, that's totally up to you. So if you want to do it, great. If not, no harm, no foul. The positive Gs are the ones you have to worry about because that's what is pushing you down in that chair, and that's what causes people to lose consciousness. So all the blood will come out of their head and go down to their feet. And at a prolonged period of time, that will cause you to lose consciousness. So I'm going to go into the anti-G strain maneuver or the Hick maneuver, and that's really what's going to help you reverse those effects. So if you're just sitting in the back seat and he's pulling 7.5 Gs, within 3 to 4 seconds, you're going to be asleep if you're just sitting there doing nothing. Because like I said, all your blood is going down. In order to fight back against that, you need to flex everything from your abs all the way down to your feet. But everything above that needs to be loose. So what that's doing is keeping that blood up here. By squeezing from your abs all the way down your feet, it's keeping all that blood up here. And the second part of it is breathing. So if you have blood up here, that's great, but if it's not getting oxygen, it's not doing you any good either. So the way I do it, because it's pretty quick, he'll say, all right, we're going to pull 6 Gs on this maneuver. Are you ready? And you'll be like, all right, sure. I'll say, all right, ready, hit it. And then he'll execute it. So it's not a whole lot of time. That ready is when you need to get that squeeze going. So what I do, because there's not a lot of times, I try to focus on my abs and my glutes, and then I try to stand out of the seat. So I try to push up with my feet, because that way I know I'm getting my quads, my calves, all that stuff is covered.
Well, we just got our briefing, and people have asked, Remy, how are you feeling right now? And I have felt every emotion from nerves to I want to cry because this is so awesome, to this is once in a lifetime experience, to all the emotions are happening right now, but cannot wait to fly in this beautiful aircraft, the FA-18 Blue Angels, number 7. Let's do this.
we go. All right, APU is spinning up. We're going to start with the right engine. So we're going to inject some air there. So if you look by your left knee, just see that RPM start ticking up here in a second. There, 7, 8, 9, 10%. 15% we're going to add fuel. And then you'll feel that engine kind of shake alive. At 60%, you're going to hear a bunch of tones and warnings and annoying sounds, but that's all normal.
Roll left, roll left. Flight controlled. Flight controlled.
Number 163, straight ground runway, 8 right at Charlie.
All right, we're going to do the same thing to the left engine.
Via Bravo Alpha.
So you'll see there, again, the RPM is going to start clicking up.
Notice the airman runway.
15% will add fuel again.
Taxiway Charlie.
And it's going to do the exact same thing.
Taxiway Alpha and runway 26 right. Taxiway Echo closed west of Echo 3. Taxiway Foxtrot closed west of taxi lane 1.
All right, so the last thing we're waiting on here is our jet to kind of figure out where it is. We have what's called an inertial navigation system, and it's going to think of where it is in the world, find a bunch of satellites, and then kind of zero itself in, and we'll be out of here in about a minute.
All right, sounds good.
Any questions so far?
Nope, not so far.
All right.
This is unreal.
Yeah, you pumped up, ready to go?
This is a childhood dream.
Oh, nice.
I'm sure it is for a lot of people.
Absolutely.
You know? Go to your first air show, see the Blue Angels.
Yeah.
Got to do it someday. I can't believe this is happening.
Spirit 1, proceed on taxiway.
All right, and we're ready to go. So we're going to let Rob know we're ready with a little bit of smoke, and then we'll be off to the races.
Blue Angel 7, Spirit ground runway 8 right, taxi via Alpha.
Alpha to 8 right, Blue Angel 7. All right, if you go ahead and reach down to your right knee there and arm up the seat for me. Perfect. Heard yours click down, mine's down, we're both armed. And our other takeoff checks look good. So we'll taxi down to the end of the runway here. And we're gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna check the engines. We're gonna select full afterburner. You'll feel those engines kind of kick in as we roll down the runway. I'll be calling out some airspeeds. At about 130 knots, I'll pull back on the stick. 140 will fly off the ground. And then we're gonna level off at 50 feet above the ground. And we'll rocket towards the end of the runway. Once we get there, I'll ask you if you're ready to go. We'll go ready, hit it. And we're going to pitch up at about 45 degree nose high. So we're going to pull a good bit of G there, but your body's got a natural reserve for G-forces, so it's not going to be effective. You don't have to do that hick maneuvering that Rob taught you. Just keep your shoulders and head back against the seat, and that'll kind of prevent you from collapsing down into yourself, and then just enjoy the ride.
Sounds great. Can't wait. How'd you get the name Chewie?
Just like Star Wars, big and hairy.
Can you do it? Can you do the Chewie?
I can't. People always ask me that. I wish I could. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Getting real.
Spirit Tower, Blue Angel 7, single takeoff, looking for an unrestricted climb.
Blue Angel 7, Spirit Tower, climb and maintain 10,000, change to departure 26 left, correction, runway 8 right, clear for takeoff.
Blue 7, clear for takeoff, 8 right, switching up to 10,000, thank you. All right, we are cleared to go.
Unrestricted.
That's right.
I love it.
All right, so we'll stop here. Let's get the engines running up. And the engine's looking good. Here comes the afterburner.
Wow.
And there that is. There's 50 knots. There's 75. 100. 120.
Oh
Here's 130. We're off the ground at 140. Gear flaps are coming up. And there's 220 knots. 250. 275. You ready to go?
Ready.
All right, ready, hit it. And there you go, we're climbing away.
Oh my gosh.
check your microphone. I think it might have gotten pulled down with the G's.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Departure Blue Angel 7's airborne passing 6,000 for 10,000.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Departure Blue Angel 7's airborne passing at 9,000 for 10,000.
Blue Angel 7, right, climb maintain 10,000, radar contact.
Blue Angel 7. First thing we're going to do is something called a G-warm. So this is just going to show you what G's feel like on the body. So again, don't worry about flexing or doing anything like that.
Okay.
Just for reference, you pulled 5.7 G's on the takeoff.
1109, turn right into
Like I said, since that's a fraction of a second, your body's got a natural version of that, or a version of that. So you'll see a little bit more once you start doing sustained G's about how it's a little different. But the first thing we're going to do is, like I said, just a G build-up. So I'm going to go 2 G's, 3 G's, and then 4 G's, just so you can see what it feels like. And again, just relax. Don't worry about flexing or hickey maneuver or any of that.
Okay.
Just see how your body takes them. You may feel lightheaded or see some stars, but I promise you're not going to pass out. So just kind of enjoy it. We're going to get this going, so we're going to go to the left. Like I said, we're just going to do a little build-up of 2 G's, 3 G's, and then 4 G's. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, coming left. So there's 2. Tightening down now. There is 3. And going a little bit further, there is 4 G's. All right, how you feeling so far?
You can feel it.
You sure can.
Definitely feel that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So next we're going to do a little bit more of a dynamic G-warm, and this one is actually kind of warm you up. So we're going to go right to 4 G's, and then hold that for a second, and then spike to 6 G's. On this one, again, you're not going to pass out just for the duration, but if you want to kind of practice flexing your legs or your abs or your core, feel free to do so.
Okay.
But again, it's going to be pretty benign. We're going to go to the right this time. All right, you ready to go?
Ready.
All right, ready, hit it. So there's 4 G's, and here comes 6. All right, how you feeling?
That's good.
Perfect. All right, well, we're going to be done with G's for a little bit. We're going to get into the actual flight. So we always tell people it's going to be very much a crawl, walk, run sort of flight. So we're going to start off with some crawling maneuvers, see how you feel, and then we'll go from there. First thing I got is called the diamond roll. So this is one of the first maneuvers the diamond does after they take off. They're going to come back behind the crowd, and then as they pass in front of the crowd, they're going to climb up. At about 20 degrees nose high, we're going to start a left roll here, and just do a nice lazy, not a true barrel roll, but just kind of one big left turn, essentially. And as far as G, it's going to be almost nothing, about 1 to 1.5 G's. So just relax and enjoy it. And the smoke is coming on, smoke on, up we go. So that's about as much G as we're going to pull. There's 10 degrees nose high, 15, calm and left. And there you go, passing through 90 degrees angle of bank. Letting that roll continue. There's inverted, still rolling. 90 degrees left to go. And rolling out. Departure 6 Bravo Whiskey.
Beautiful.
150 here. We're leveling 4,000. So there you go. That's the diamond roll. As you see, pretty gentle maneuver. But if you will look to your left and right, see those yellow wingtips?
Yes.
Just imagine you got wingmen about 18 inches apart from you during that whole maneuver.
That's great.
And that's what they're doing during the show. 030. All right, next thing I got for you is actually the very first maneuver the jets do on takeoff. It's called the Diamond Half Cupidate. So this time what we're going to do is pull the nose of the jet up, but instead of stopping and rolling, we're going to keep going all the way up through vertical, and once we're on our backs, kind of inverted, we're going to roll the jet upright, and then continue downhill in the upright position. All right, smokes on. You ready to go up?
Ready.
All right, up we go. And there's our 2.5 G's. Just going to hold that. There's 45 degrees nose high. Passing through vertical.
Wow.
And as we come back down towards the horizon, And we're going to roll the jet upright, coming to the left. And there you go, that is the half Cuban 8.
Oh, full would be another loop, right?
Full Cuban 8 is, yeah, you do another loop. And that'd be the half squirrel cage for the full maneuver. But I'm going to show you that here in a second. As we turn back around, we'll show you the back half of it. So like I said, the jets would normally go right into a loop. We just kind of break them up, just so you guys can get a little bit of a break. But we'll show you the full loop next. It's going to be very similar to what we just did, about 2 or 3 Gs on the way up. It'll ease out over the top. But instead of rolling upright, we'll continue right back down the backside with 2 to 3 more Gs on the back end.
Okay.
All right, spokes back on, up we go.
Roger. And information.
So there's our 2.5 Gs.
Trying to get it out.
Passing through 35 degrees nose high.
November 0 Bravo.
There's 45.
Direct spinner. Direct spinner, Bravo.
Passing through vertical. Yeah, if you tilt your head back, you can see the smoke trail where we started.
Oh, yeah.
Uniform Papa, single with departure, climb maintain 10,000.
We're going to look to go right back through that smoke.
Star Trek 240, 3800 level.
And here comes the G back on. There's 2.5 Gs.
Star Trek 240, stand with departure, turn right direct, cabin, climb maintain 15,000. 15,000, right turn direct cabin, Star Trek 240.
And there you go. That is a loop.
I feel like I've already got a workout.
All right. Hey, it is warm up here.
That's when I usually go out during the gym time anyway, so.
Oh, yeah. All right. Next thing I got for you. So you've seen some of the positive Gs.
November 17.
I'm actually going to show you what negative Gs feel like. So the difference in negative Gs is there's nothing you can do to prevent them. So you can't flex your legs or any of the hip maneuver. The best thing you can do is just relax your whole body.
Find the official approach from right.
So I'll let you see what negative 1 G is. The way we do that is by turning the jet upside down. So we're just going to fly upside down for a couple seconds.
Okay.
And big things I got for you are don't try and push yourself back into the seat or pull yourself back in with anything. Either let your arms just kind of fly up to the canopy or hold onto those handrails, those handholds to your left and right. Totally over to you. All right, you ready to go upside down?
Let's go.
All right, ready, hit it.
Wow!
And there you go. So that's upside down. If you look up, you'll see the ground, which is not particularly normal.
Nope.
But you can see, just relax. You'll feel all the blood rush to your head. Not the most comfortable thing, but it all works just fine. We're going to push up here and then just roll the jet right side up. What'd you think?
That was kind of fun.
Yeah, there's some people who really don't like it. Some people are kind of neutral, and some people really enjoy it. But just for a comparison there, so we were upside down, I don't know, 5 to 10 seconds. That's about as long as you can stay upside down in a normal Hornet before the engine starts having some trouble with fuel. But we've got upgraded inverted fuel pumps, so we can actually stay upside down for over a minute. But as you just saw, don't necessarily want to stay there for a minute. We're going to get into our walking phase of the flight. So what I got for you now is going to start showing you how how maneuverable we can make it. And one of the reasons we are so maneuverable is because of our fly-by-wire flight controls. So what that means is our jet is controlled by a computer, essentially. So I have a stick up here and I tell it I want to go left and right. But what I don't tell it is what surfaces it moves. So when I put the stick left, it can move any of those surfaces on the wing or the tail to make me go left. So what that makes is for a very responsive aircraft.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to show you here now is an aileron roll. Kind of exemplifies that a little bit. So it's like what we did with that when we went upside down, where we stopped halfway.
Yeah.
Now we're just not going to stop. We're going to go all the way around.
Okay.
All right, we're going to accelerate here. And we're going to roll to the left. That's going to smoke on too, so you can see in the video, you'll see it kind of corkscrewing around behind us. All right, smoke's on. You ready to go?
Ready.
Ready, hit it.
Wow.
And there you go. That is our aileron roll. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
All right.
November 7
Very sweaty right now.
Yep.
Runway, planned runway.
I'm right there with you. All right, so next, kind of along the same lines of that controllability and maneuverability, I'm going to show you one of the things that people don't expect a jet to do, and that's get really slow. So if you look to your left on that screen, you see 295 in that box on the left.
Yeah.
So that's our airspeed. You can see it's decelerating, so I'm trying to slow us down here.
Did you want flight following?
If you look below that, there's a little squiggly line that says 6.1, 6.0.
Yes.
That's our alpha, our angle of attack. So that is the relative angle between our nose, or our wing, and the relative wind. So if you think about it like a boat, you know, a boat's going really slow, the bow of the boat is up in the air.
Yeah.
Same thing for a plane. So right now we're going pretty slow for us. We don't like being this slow unless we're landing. We're about 200 knots, or 8 alpha. I'm going to show you how this jet flies at 25 alpha. And because of that computer, it's all relatively stable and very comfortable. So there's 190 knots, 180, 175, 170, 160, 156, 150, pull them to the set and second. So there's 17 alpha, 20, 23, and there's 25 alpha. So the smoke's on. You can see over the shoulder, you can see the smoke's kind of building out of the tails.
Yeah.
But if you look at our wings, the left and right wing, you'll see that those leading edge flaps are really just dug into the air, and the jet is just doing all the hard work to keep us airborne. But for us, it's really comfortable. And for reference, the jet will actually go to 35 alpha just fine, but we just hold it at 25 alpha just to show you guys. And for reference, we're going 110 knots over the ground. It's about 130, 140 miles an hour. So really not that much faster than our car right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
But to show you how much power we still have available, turn the smoke off here, we'll go full afterburner, and you're going to feel the jet just climb right away. And not only are we going to climb away, we're actually accelerating as we're climbing up. And if you look at the wings, you'll see the wings clean up as they kind of start flying again normally. And that all that stuff kind of rises up.
Wow. That's crazy how slow you can go in this.
Oh yeah, and like I said, we could get even slower. So that was 25 alpha. We could go to 35 just fine.
Wow.
But kind of flip side of the coin here, I'm going to show you how fast we can go now. Unfortunately, since we're over land, we can't break the speed of sound, but I can take you right up to it. And
You just went down the river.
they would still hear it. And like I say, it seems like a bummer, but it's really not. If you were in the jet, you would not hear, feel, or see anything different.
Gotcha.
All the fun stuff happens outside. But if you look on that left screen, you see the squiggly line just below that. You see M0.46.
Yes.
So that's 46% of the speed of sound right now. And we're going relatively slow for us, just so I can show you the acceleration. But I'm going to light the afterburners here in a second, and you'll see how quickly we jump up to about 0.98 Mach is what we're going to shoot for. 98%, we should somewhere in the realm of 700 miles per hour ground speed.
Wow.
So kind of the exact opposite of what we just did. So there's 230. We're going to hold the engines like here as we get pointed towards the area. And I'm going to lower the nose as a select full afterburner. And you're going to feel some pretty good acceleration here. All right, so there's 220 knots. And here we go. There the afterburners kicking in.
Oh my gosh.
And there's 275, 300,
Wow.
330, 350, 375, 400, 420, 450, 480. There's 500, 530. Start pulling the throttles back because the jet is going to want to go supersonic. And there's 92%, 93, 94, 96, 97. So there's about 98% of speed of sound. We're doing this 630 over the ground, 600 knots through the air. And if you feel here, I'm going to pull the throttles back, and you'll feel all that friction really slowing us down. There you go. What'd you think?
Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, she gets up and goes if she wants to.
Just an amazing machine.
It's not too bad. So how you feeling after that? That is our walk portion.
I'm a little nervous for the run, I gotta be honest.
All right. Well, good news and bad news. The run is the hardest part, but it also has the fewest maneuvers. And you don't have to do any of them if you don't want to. But the first one I got for you I'll describe, it's called the vertical rolls. So essentially I'm going to put the jet straight up in the air, and we're just going to climb straight up and down. But the only problem with that is to get there, we'll have to do a 7G pull for about 5 or 6 seconds. But the good news is once you get there, the reward is to be climbing straight up, and I can give you some aileron rolls as we climb in the vertical. But like I said, feel free to do any or none of that.
Well, I guess YOLO, right?
All right, I like it. And this will be the first time you have to do that full hick maneuver. So I'll give you a ready, hit it, and then just give me everything you got. I'll be talking to you the whole time. I'll let you know when you're halfway there, and I'll let you know when you're all the way there. So just don't stop that until you hear me tell you you're there, or you can relax. And then once we point straight up and down, we'll do some aileron rolls, but there's no G involved in that, so just enjoy the ride.
Okay.
Smoke's on. Remy, you ready to go?
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right, ready, hit it. And you're halfway there. Keep fighting. And you're all the way up and down. Go ahead and relax. And here come the aileron roll. And gonna flop over on our back here as we level off. How you feeling?
I made it.
All right, if you look to your right there, you'll see the smoke trail of where we came from.
Wow.
You see that straight line and then straight up in the air and then some corkscrews. We'll kind of circle around that so you can really take a look at it as we come all back down. What'd you think?
There's nothing to compare it to, so.
Well, you pulled 7.3 Gs there.
Wow.
And that's not a spike. That was sustained for a good bit of time.
Like no roller coaster comes close to that?
No roller coaster pulls 7 Gs. I got one more maneuver for you. And so this one is hard for a different reason. So that one we pulled 7.3 Gs for, I don't know, 5 seconds or so, 5 or 6 seconds. This one is going to pull less Gs, so about 4 to 6, but it's going to be for 4 times as long. So this is where you get the difference between G load and G duration. So this is called a minimum radius turn, and you would use it if you're going to try and shoot down another plane. You would pass by each other, and essentially whichever plane can turn behind the other one first and shoot it wins. So whoever can turn the quickest or the minimum radius wins the fight. So if you're up for it, we can do that one.
Let's try it out.
All right. And again, I'm going to be talking to you through the whole thing. Don't take that as an excuse to ease up. Keep working hard the whole time, and I'll let you know how much further you have to go and then when you're completely done. And we're going to go to the left. And like I said, it's going to be a quick spike to 6 Gs, and then we're going to back it off to about 4 to 5 the rest of the way around.
Okay.
All right, Remy, you ready to go?
Ready.
Going to the left. Ready, hit it. All right, there's our spike to 6, and we're easing to 5. We're holding 5 right now. And you're a quarter of the way there. You going? Keep working for me, you're halfway there. Keep squeezing those legs. That's the biggest thing you can do is the legs. You got 90 degrees left to go. Keep fighting. 50 degrees. 30. 10. You're done.
And 1686, Roger, maintain 310 knots per greater out of 10 pounds.
What'd you think?
Oh my gosh.
It's a workout, huh?
Do not exceed 250 knots.
So close to black.
Well, nice way to fight back through it. Yeah, see, it's the duration really gets you. So like I said, you pulled those Gs many times throughout the flight, but really haven't held it that long until just now.
good if we don't do that again.
Well, no problem. You have made it through my whole list. So the only thing I have left for you, it tends to be a crowd favorite. I always kind of save it for the last as a reward for people that get this far. But it's called, there is no maneuver. It's not a maneuver you'll see in the show, just kind of a unique ability of a fighter jet. But I can let you see what space feels like, essentially. I can hold you in 0 G if you want to see that.
Why not?
So all we're going to do is pick the nose of the jet up, and then I'm going to nose over, hold a big parabolic arc, and you're just going to experience weightlessness for 5 to 10 seconds.
Okay.
So feel free to let your arms, legs kind of flail around. And like I said, this one is, this is not nothing to worry about. Just enjoy the ride. So we're going to bring it back around here to the right.
How do you do this? I'm sure that's a question you get often.
Practice training. I always tell people it's like an endurance sport. You know, the more you do it, the better you get at it. You also build up a G tolerance, so like you can hear me talking to you, whereas I'm not necessarily working as hard the whole time, just because I know I only work as hard as I need to, essentially.
And I'm just over here just spelling everything.
Well, which isn't, that's what we tell you guys, because we don't want you to pass out. So if I tell you to go as hard as you can the whole time, you get your best chance of not passing out, essentially. But here we go. We're going to lift the nose up, put our inverted fuel pumps on. All right, Remy, you ready to go to space?
Ready.
All right, throttle's coming back, nose and over, and there is 0 Gs.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
That is awesome.
And we'll hold it there a few seconds longer. And I'm going to let go of the stick here. And the jet's going to bring us right back to Earth.
Kansas City Center, 127.27, and check out your airspeed again.
So there you go. That is the full card. You made it through everything.
Wow. I honestly thought I had no chance.
No, you did great.
7.4?
7.3.
3.
But you have one more chance to best that if you're up for it when we go back to land. You got a couple minutes to decide. But when we go into land, you can either land like a commercial plane, or we can land like a Blue Angel. So the Blue Angel landing is kind of a mix of the two maneuvers we did. So it's going to be a high G like the first one, but it's not going to be as long as the second one. It's only about a little less than half the amount of time as the second. And it's over to you. You can do it, or we can not do it.
Let's do the whole thing.
All right.
Chewy.
And Delta close between actually Alpha and
we're done.
6 right.
Well, you're done with the card. We still have to go land.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually, Foxtrot close.
Like I said, so just kind of walking you through this, I'll let you know. I'll give you another ready, hit it. And we're going to do 180 degrees of turn. So basically, we're going to be going east. We're going to go west as we drop all of our airspeed. And I'll be talking to you again the whole time. I'll let you know when you're halfway there, when you're almost there, and then you're all the way done. So just fight the whole time, and we'll get through it together.
Sounds good.
Yeah. But I usually say it's always up to the person whether or not they're going to pass out, because some people just won't even try some of the high G maneuvers. So as you saw, if you get through that first part, you can get through that stuff pretty easy without passing out. But once you start getting into the dynamic stuff, some people just kind of don't have the desire to try that.
I was on the fence.
Yeah.
To be honest.
What would you think? You glad you did?
I feel like, you know, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it's you know, a chance to experience what these jets are all about.
Yeah. Well, you're experiencing it.
And just the fact that you guys are able to maintain through the whole thing is pretty impressive.
Thank you. Like I said, it's a lot of training, a lot of practice. Even for us, if we don't fly for a couple days or a week, you definitely notice a deterioration in your G.
Blue Angel 7 Spirit Tower, cleared for the overhead, runway 8 right, left brake at your discretion, runway 8 right, clear to land.
7, left brake 8 right, by discretion, clear to land, 8 right, thank you. All right, so we're going to come on down here. Airport's there at 1 o'clock. We're going to kind of loop around to the west and then head back to the east. as we come on in for the carrier break. We're going to drop down to about 800 feet. Which even 800 feet is standard for the Navy, but still much higher than most of these maneuvers are going to be done. During the show, they go anywhere from about 100 to 200 feet, doing the same stuff we just did. So imagine flipping upside down at 100 feet. It's kind of weird looking up at the runway.
I can imagine.
We'll take it to about midfield so we can break right over top of your friends there. And smoke's on now, so everyone's looking for you. And we're going to bring it to the right. I'm going to let you know as we roll out, and then we're going to brake hard to the left. But again, I'll let you know.
You said left?
Yep, we're going to go to the left. All right, Remy, you ready to go?
Ready.
Ready, hit it. All right, keep working. You're halfway there. Keep fighting for me. And you're done. What'd you think? You still with me?
Yep.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you tied your record, 7.3 again.
Wow. I feel like I've pulled so many muscles. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Well, we got 3 down and locked. Our flaps are full. Last thing we're going to do is called a carrier approach turn. So as you see here, we're in a tight left-hand turn. We are treating this just like we would try to land on an aircraft carrier. And the way we do that is keeping a constant VSI the whole way down. So we're going to keep a 3-degree nose low drive here, which is about 3 times more than you're used to from a commercial airliner. And we're going to touch down anywhere from about 800 to 1,000 feet per minute rate of descent, which is a lot less than your normal airliner does. But what you're going to notice is our landing gear is really going to absorb all that shock and make for a relatively comfortable landing. So there's about 1,000 feet per minute rate of descent. There's 800. And there we go. We're down.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Congratulations on your promotion.
Oh, thanks so much. And there you go. Welcome back.
Man.
You made it. All right. If you reach down to your right side there and safe up your seat for me. All right. Is it safe?
Yes.
Perfect. Mine is as well. I'm going to go ahead and unstrap. You feel free just to hang out back there. Rob will come back once we're shut down and get you out of all your harness and your gear. And then I'll come back and say hi.
Thing 773 a couple times, so they were not lying when they said that you don't have to work out. I won't be working out today. I feel like I just ran a marathon. I'm unbelievably sweaty, but it was all worth it. So awesome. Thank you to the men and women that defend our freedoms on a daily basis. We appreciate you.